You're back on the KitLab, it's your boy AK, and I'm gritting hella teeth because the Euphoria Mode Pack is right here inside the lab. Now, on my left, you got the Vapor 360, and on my right, you got the Phantom VNM. But the question we're asking today is, as an attacking player, which boot should you go for? Let's start off with this first. What is Euphoria? Euphoria is that state of enlightenment and sheer utter joy that you feel at max capacity. Now, what could bring that about? Maybe winning the Champions League. Hence why Nike have dropped these bad boys right here to those who've got through to the semi-finals and to the finals. So Liverpool, Ajax, Tottenham, and finally Barcelona are the last four standing in the competition. So you might see a few Nike athletes from those teams rocking these from the semi-finals onwards. But in terms of the question we asked, where should we begin? So the first thing we're going to start off with is dissecting the upper of both boots. Let's start with the Mercurial. As we know, it's got that fly knit construction, 360 degrees as in all the way around the boot. So you've got maximum comfort hugging your foot the entire time. The Phantom VNM, however, has a fly knit construction as well, but has a large amount of coating on the upper. So what you find is that you still have an element of a sock-like fit around your foot and ankle, but you also have a lot of synthetic upper attached to the top as well to create a slightly different fit and feel on the boot. As an attacking player, what you'll find is that you have two responsibilities. Firstly, get on the ball as much as you can in the last third. Secondly, to create goal scoring opportunity, or of course, to bag yourself. Now, when it comes to the Mercurial 360, you've got an absolute dribbler's dream of a boot. Close ball feel, so the contact point between your foot and the football is minimal, which is perfect, especially when you take on players 1v1. The Phantom VNM, however, has polyurethane blades situated on the instep in the precision power strike zone and offset laces as well. So you have a cleaner striking surface to either bag yourself or to whip a naughty ball in. Question is, which upper do you choose? Now, it's great to have those uppers on either boot. However, if you're not staying on your feet because of poor traction, it's pointless. So let's get to the sole plates. And we start with the Mercurial Vapor 360. Now, you've got the anatomical 3D sole plate, which is probably the most aggressive sole plate you'll find in the current boot market. You've got both chevron pods situated at the back and front of the boot, and in particular what you find are the chevron blades, arrow-headed blades, which create great amounts of traction when you're accelerating and decelerating. The Phantom VNM now has a slightly different plate. You've got the Hyper React 2.0 sole plate, taken previously from the Hyper VNM 3, but evolved a little bit more to suit the modern day attacker. Now, they've also got chevron blades, however, they've got a TPU island, which at the balls of the feet allows for great flexion of the foot. As a striker or someone who shoots on sight a lot, it's great because you've got movement both ways, thanks to the design, which is inspired by the Nike Free Run plate. So, again, sole plates, which are you guys choosing? Sweet, so we've got the upper sorted, we've got traction sorted on the outside. Let's talk about traction on the inside of the boot. Now, both boots feature Nike grip technology. So the idea being that you've got a grip sole system inside the boot. So you have a patterned inner sole that slots into a patterned outer sole, which means that there's no slipping inside the boot. So any player that suffers from typical non-fitting boots won't anymore with either pair, which is great in terms of optimizing your performance on pitch. Right, it's crunch time. Do we opt for the Phantom VNM or the Mercurial Vapor 360? Now, my personal opinion, I'm gonna talk colorways. You've got Total Orange versus Racer Blue. Both look stunning. And I love the fact they've got this splattered spray paint effect on both boots. It looks so sick, especially in person and on foot. I think the orange probably pops that little bit more with the blue being a bit cooler. So I'm gonna go orange colorway. In terms of the boot itself, now, if you've got an average size foot in terms of width, this is a great fit. If you've got a slender size foot in terms of width, you wanna opt over to the Mercurial. But in terms of overall as a boot, I personally prefer the Mercurial, and the reason why is as follows. I feel like the boot is definitely more of a one-piece sensation on your foot, especially with the design of the collar as well. The Phantom Venom still has that partial element of a collar, but you head into more of a traditional outline for the boot, especially underneath the ankle and going around towards the back of the heel counter as well. So although there's nothing technically wrong with it, I just prefer the comfort that I get from the Mercurial in itself. In terms of striking the ball, now there's a bit more padding on the Phantom Venom, which I like, but ultimately, as a whole, I just prefer to feel as much of the ball as possible. Whether I'm striking the ball, whether I'm dribbling, the closer the ball is to my foot, the more control I feel I have over it. So, as a result, the winner for me is the Mercurial Vapor 360. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Give us a massive thumbs up, and of course, if you haven't done so, I don't know what you're doing, subscribe to us here on the KitLab. I'm AK signing out. Peace.